Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, if you are joining us, share, like the video so that welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, if you are joining us, share. Oh, yes, share, like the video so that okay, so that people will come and join us. I want to appreciate all those who sent me star yesterday. May God Almighty bless you all. And those who did not show. I discovered that you people don't like sharing my video. I am bringing out my time to make this video despite the fact that I am not strong. If you share my video, will you remove anything from you? You can support us by sending star. And there is this my sister that I want to appreciate. I don't know why I don't always see her message. If you are watching from TikTok, you are welcome. If you are watching from Facebook, you are welcome. One of my sister, there's something she did. I like her so much. In fact, she's my favorite now. Okay, she's here already. Eno Charles, thank you for the wonderful star you sent to me yesterday, but not because of the star that I want to appreciate you. You are my best friend now. I give you opportunity. Anything you want to ask me privately. In WhatsApp, I give you the opportunity to be writing me in WhatsApp. Ask me anything. There's something you did that I want to appreciate you, and I want other people to learn this thing from. There was a time you were asking me question in the comment section. I didn't understand your question. I don't know. It seems I use harsh words on you. You never insulted me. You never got angry with me. Rather, you came to me privately to write me that, look at, you explained everything to me and you never use any insultive word. I respect you for that. And from now, you are my best friend. Ask me anything. If it were some people, they will come there to insult you. Not only insulting you, they will stop coming, let alone sending stars. I didn't see your star yesterday. It was later that I saw your star. Charles Eno, I think I'm right. Eno Charles, thank you so much. You are a matured lady and I respect you for that. So today, we are going to treat, this topic is very, very important. I want everybody to listen. Please, if you are joining me, if you're always coming to my life, I want you to come with your pen and paper. You'll be jotting something so that anytime you get confused, you go and check. If you are learning, not only coming here, looking at me, listening to me, by the time you leave this place, you might not understand or remember what I said. But if you jot some certain things down, you will be able to learn. That is the way we learn. Even me, if I go to any lecture, I didn't write anything down, I will not understand anything. In fact, in the class, even when I was in higher institution, I don't understand anything in the class. It's later when I went back to rehearse what I wrote, and from the textbook, that is only when I will understand. So always come with your pen and paper so that you will understand. So today we are going to be looking at why some women, why are they not ovulating? Of course, it's not every woman that is ovulating. Like I said yesterday, that it's not every woman that menstruates ovulate. Yes. For the fact that you are menstruating every month doesn't mean that you are ovulating. And remember, every month that you menstruate, you lose egg. So we are going to be looking into why is it that majority of the women out there are not ovulating. Remember, the reason why you are not getting pregnant is because you are not ovulating. If you ovulate, there is tendency 199% opportunity for you to become pregnant. But if you are not ovulating at all, 0% for you to become pregnant. Abeg, make una dey support me with star. Wow, my sister is here. Sarah, welcome, my beloved sister. How are you doing? You are welcome to the program. Thank you for the star. If you send me star, I will see you immediately. If you not send me star, I no dey see you. Na star be my eyeglass now. Star is my eyeglass because in this platform, it's not only teaching, we also help people. There are people who want to conceive. They don't have money to buy prenatal vitamin. They don't even have money to visit the doctor to check what is wrong with them. So we support those people. So if you want to support people, you send star. You are not sending it to me. You are not really sending it to me. You are sending it to help people. Not ordinary star. When you click there, you see amount of star. They have 200, 75, 100, depending on the one you can afford. Let us help one another. So today, Sarah, my sister, thank you. I appreciate the wonderful star you gave to me. May God bless you. We are going to look at why some women are not ovulating. Why is it that you are not ovulating, despite the fact that you want to become pregnant and yet ovulation is not happening? Number one is menopause. Of course, whenever a woman enters menopause, she stopped ovulating. What does it mean? She stopped releasing eggs. She will never release egg again, except when she's being induced. I hope you know that a woman who have entered menopause can become pregnant, but this time around, she needs extra inducement. But we are talking about natural way now. The causes, the things that can make a woman not to become pregnant. When you enter menopause, what does it mean? If you enter menopause, ovaries are no longer producing eggs. You will not be menstruating. So this is one reason some women do not ovulate: menopause. And the age of menopause, official age of menopause, starts from 50. Although some people enter menopause earlier, before 50, depends on when you start menstruating. Some people who started menstruating at early age, like nowadays, they start 10, 11. These people are likely going to enter menopause early as 40, 41, 42. But people who started menstruating late will enter menopause at the age of 50. If you are 50 years and you are trying to conceive on your own, that needs God's intervention. So another thing that can make a woman not to ovulate is when you are in family planning. When you are taking pills, of course, you cannot ovulate. When you are taking pills, the pills seize your ovulation. That is why the main reason why you are not actually becoming pregnant, because the pills will go and seize your ovulation. You'll be menstruating, but you will not be ovulating. So, but the major factors, this is major factors now that we are going to look into. Please, if you are joining me, share this live. We don't have enough people today. I know I started early, but this is only when I can have time for this. Share it, share the live, follow the page. The main factor of women not ovulating is polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. Are you suffering from PCOS? Is a very, very big problem that have prevented a lot of women from ovulating. In most cases, women, especially women from Nigeria, when they go to doctor and they have PCOS, the doctor usually tell them that their womb has spoiled, that they cannot become pregnant. And now, what is this PCOS? It simply means polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's a common condition that affects how a woman's ovary work. This is a condition that affects how your ovary work. It is a hormonal disorder. It is a hormonal disorder, and this is common among women of reproductive age. It's women who are still under the age of reproductive that can face this problem. Women with PCOS may have infrequent or prolonged menstrual period, or they may have excess male hormone known as androgen. For example, you will see some women, they have, I am not generalizing it that every woman that have hairs, You will see how women, they will have hairs, the places that men do have their hair, like here, here. Me, I have hair here, here. So these are the signs of PCOS. So which means that you have more male hormone known as androgen. And when you have this, it will be very difficult for you to ovulate. The ovary may develop numerous small collection of fluid, that is follicles, and fail to regularly release egg. Let me show you people what PCOS looks like. I'm coming. I want to show you the picture. So this is what PCOS looks like. I believe everybody can see it. People from TikTok, this is PCOS. This is PCOS. For example, every month, as you are menstruating, after your menstruation, I haven't gotten any star. I am not pregnant, but my service is closed. If you want to ask me any question, patience, anytime you come, you go straight to question. You always pay attention, you listen. When I finish now, you'll be the person to come and ask me question. Listen, when I'm done, you can ask me question. You just enter and start asking question immediately. How can I be answering you and doing what I'm doing? So this is PCOS. Normally, after your menstruation, the follicles, these things are known as follicles. Now, these things are follicles. After your menstruation, these follicles, because every woman have two ovaries, you have one at your right side and the other one at the left hand. You can ovulate. You can release egg in either of the ovaries. Sometimes, if you release eggs in both of the ovaries, which means you may resort to twins. Sometimes you may release one egg from one ovary, but later the egg will split. That is when you have fraternal twins, those twins that looks alike. So, but in this case, this is PCOS now. In this case of PCOS, do you see these follicles? They will remain like this. The follicles supposed to be developing. They're supposed to be growing towards the end, towards the period of ovulation. One or two supposed to be growing bigger, and when it gets to ovulation, it will rupture. That is, it will be released. But in this issue of PCOS, these follicles will never develop. They will just be like this. They will not release anything. They will just be like this. And in that case, you will not be ovulating. That is what is called PCOS, is make the ovary not to release follicles. So this is I think this is among the biggest infertility challenges, because one, the follicles are just there in your ovary. They will not grow, they will not rupture, they will not be released, they will just stay there. So PCOS is another reason why most of the women do not ovulate, because the follicles are not growing and they will never be released. I believe you understand me. Write it down now. Be writing all these things down. Some people will still come and ask me, Ma, what is PCOS? I will not answer you. I said PCOS. Let me repeat myself again. PCOS simply means polycystic ovarian syndrome. And this is a common condition that affects how a woman ovary works. It affects how your ovary, normal circumstances, your ovary is supposed to be releasing egg every month. But when it comes to this PCOS, it will affect your ovary. How does it affect your ovary? Because it's a hormonal disorder. It's a hormonal disorder common among women of reproductive age. Women with PCOS may have infrequent or prolonged menstruation. Sometimes your menstruation may not be regular. You will see your period this month. next 2 months you have not seen it. The upper one, some people think is normal. It's not normal. Every time that your period ceased, apart from people who are approaching their menopause or who have entered their menopause, you didn't see your period, you should know that there is something wrong with you. If your period is coming every 2 months, every 3 months, something is wrong with you. There must be a hormonal disorder. So, and how would you know if you have there is no, you cannot always know or only know if you have PCOS with ultrasound. When you undergo ultrasound, the doctor will check and they will see it. And people who always suffer from PCOS are people who are fat, people who have much of a male hormone known as androgen. So this thing affects them because the small collection of follicles are there. They are not developing. They will not rupture, and they will fail to regularly release egg, which means you might not be ovulating frequently. So this is the highest. The menopause and the two family planning, those ones are minor because of course when you are into menopause, your mind, you should know that you cannot become pregnant again. And when you are taking family planning pills, you are not expecting to get pregnant, so you will not be ovulating. So another reason why women are not ovulating is what is called premature ovarian failure. A lot of women have this problem. A lot of women are passing through this. So what is now this premature ovarian failure? This occurs when the ovaries stop functioning as they should before age 40. Premature ovarian failure, somebody of 20 years can suffer it. It doesn't have age limit. Somebody of 25 years can suffer it. Somebody of 30 years can suffer it. Somebody of 40 years can suffer it. This happens when the ovary, premature ovarian failure, is not a good thing, when you have not started using the eggs. When you have not started using what God gives you, the only thing you will be told is that your ovaries, your ovaries are not longer there, that you cannot produce egg. Is a very painful thing. So premature ovarian failure occurs when the ovaries stop functioning as they should before age 40. When this happens, your ovaries don't produce typical amount of the hormone estrogen or release egg regular. This condition is also called premature ovarian failure and often leads to infertility. Yes, because when the ovary can no longer produce eggs, it's a very big problem. In this kind of situation, anybody that have this, the solution they always give is that you go and look for a donor, somebody who can donate egg for you, because your ovaries can no longer produce, or sometimes the doctors may try to stimulate your ovary to see if they can start producing eggs. So, but it's also a very serious case of infertility because your ovaries are not releasing eggs. So another reason why most of the women do not ovulate is diminished ovarian reserve. Like everybody, every woman God created have ovarian reserve. You have reserved egg. So sometimes some people's egg finish earlier. Like I said before, every month that you menstruate, you lose egg. You lose egg as your years, as your days, as your years, as your months is going. That is how the egg diminish. Just like when you are getting old, if once you clock 35, your egg will start to diminish. So now, It is a condition in which the ovary loses its normal reproductive potential, compromising fertility. The condition may result from disease or injury, but most common occur as a result of normal aging. Sometimes you may have the problem of diminishing egg as a result of ailment or infection that you have suffered before, but the most common is like I said before, when you are getting old, your ovaries, your ovaries will be low in producing eggs. So another thing that can cause, you see me, as I'm teaching, any topic I'm teaching, I prepare it. I am not the type of person that will come on air and be talking nonsense. You will talk from here. That's why I don't deviate from what I'm saying. So you that is watching me, if me that is teaching wrote my points down, you should also come with your paper. At least when you go to hospital, God forbid, they tell you any of this, you should be able to have knowledge of it. Not when they tell you, you come back and ask me, ma, what is premature ovarian failure? While I have already taught it. So another thing that can make you not to ovulate is hormonal imbalances. I have said it before that whenever any hormone that is responsible for conception is not balanced, it's going to affect you seriously. It's going to affect you. For example, if you have thyroid problem, either hyper. Hypothyroidism is when the thyroid gland is underactive. That is when it's slow. When it's not working fast, it slows down your system. How do you know? You know this by doing test. When you undergo test, you will see it. But the signs of it is that, one, if you have hypothyroidism, that is you always feel weak. You feel weak, you always feel cold, you feel weak, tiredness, you feel cold, you get fat, you fat no matter the type of exercise, the dietary you eat, you can never reduce. This is the sign of hypothyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is when your thyroid gland overactive. When it's overactive, that is too high. So another one will have progesterone. If you have been following me, I have been talking about all these things. Whenever any of these things have problem, they are going to affect your fertility. You might be ovulating, yes. You might be ovulating. After ovulation, each of these hormones that I'm talking about, they have their own function to perform. If any of them is faulty, it's going to affect you. Let me explain how fertility comes in again and the role of these hormones, 4 hormones that I'm talking about. For example, in thyroid gland controls your body metabolism. You can always go to Google or any search engine. You can study these things. They will help you. If you are conversant with all these things, you will not have problem. So thyroid controls your body metabolism. Thyroids help what is called follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. When you go for hormone test, you always see doctor write it here. It simply means follicle stimulating hormone. So this thyroid gland controls every system in your body. So thyroid helps to trigger what is called pituitary gland to release egg every month. So let's say if the thyroid gland is low, that is, it's underactive, which means it's not performing the way it should be, it's going to affect you because you might not be ovulating. If it's hyper or hypo, it's going to affect you from ovulating. In fact, most of the women, if you go to YouTube or any this, you will see how people make video how they got pregnant with hypo or hyperthyroidism, and it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult, but if you discover it and you take the medication, everything under 6 to 3 months is going to everything is going to be normal. I beg you, if you are watching me, go and do thyroid hormone. So now, let's start. How can this affect you from conceiving? One, I said it helps FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormones, the hormone that stimulates your follicles after your menstruation. Now, if it is low, it's not going to do anything. It's just there, and you will not be ovulating. Number one problem of conception. When you are not ovulating, there is nothing like a pregnancy. Now, another hormone called estrogen. Estrogen, after, okay, let me do it now. This one is thyroid. Thyroid triggers ovulation. Now, after ovulation, in a normal circumstances, if you ovulate, after the ovulation, now the egg will be fertilized. The egg will wait for the sperm to fertilize it. If the sperm eventually fertilizes the egg, then the egg will stay. On the fourth day post-ovulation, the egg will start traveling to your fallopian tubes, where it is going to attach or implant itself into the uterus or your fallopian tubes. So tomorrow I'm going to make a video about signs of ovulations, what will make you to know if you are ovulating or not. Now, the egg will start transporting itself, going down to attach itself in the walls of the uterus. Now, this is where the second hormones come from. Please, if you have pen, write this. One day I will just on my camera. You people will teach me. I'll be asking questions. I will ask what is thyroid. Somebody will tell me. So this estrogen, now this is where the role of estrogen comes in. Estrogen thickens the lining of your uterus. Estrogen will go and thickening the lining of your uterus. I wish you people understand what I'm saying. Where the new fertilized egg is going to implant. Estrogen is just like if you are pregnant now and you are about to deliver, what do? You go and buy baby beds. You prepare a place for the baby to, be laid when he or she is born. The same thing if you have a visitor, if one of your friend or anybody tells you, "Oh, I'm going to visit you tomorrow," what will you do? You will go and be preparing your house. You sweep everywhere, arrange the chairs. If the person is going to sleep overnight, you will make everywhere neat, right? So this is what the estrogen does when it comes to conception. The estrogen will go and prepare the bed, prepare the lining of the uterus. Please, is it that my eyes is not? I'm not seeing star here. You guys should send me star now. I need star. In fact, no star. I will use sellotape to sellotape my mouth. Or am I not seeing? I have not seen star here. I will use sellotape to sellotape my mouth. Or am I not seeing? I have not seen star here. That star is my strength. If I look at that star, I will be talking more. If I look there and it's showing me 0 here, if I'm not seeing anything, the thing makes me to be talking slow. That star, if you send star to me, is my strength. If you like what I'm doing, you want to be getting more access to me, you subscribe to the page. Send us stuff to encourage us. Where did I stop? So the estrogen, if estrogen is 40, now the egg will come after the the thyroid and pituitary gland produce follicle stimulating hormones. They will now produce another hormone called luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing LH. If you have been doing hormonal tests, you will know all these things. Follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone. So after the luteinizing hormone, now the egg will be released. Then the egg will now travel to the egg will be fertilized. After fertilization, the egg will now be traveling down to the fallopian tubes to attach itself. Then now, let's say you have estrogen problem. The egg will just reach there, and if there's no place for it to attach, it will just disintegrate, dies up, and come out in form of your menstruation. You see it now. Conception have not taken place. So another hormones that will play role here is progesterone. Progesterone now, after if the egg, if the newly fertilized egg was able to implant or attach itself successfully to the uterus wall, that is if you don't have any estrogen problem, now the progesterone will take it from there. These things, they work hand in hand. The progesterone will not take the work, take it from there. Just like the thyroid gland have produced FSH and luteinizing hormones, they will not throw it after releasing egg. The work of the sperm to grab the egg and fertilize it. If the sperm fertilizes the egg, now the estrogen will, the egg will not travel to fallopian tube. If the estrogen is ready, the fertilized egg will implant. Now after the implantation, then the progesterone will pick it from there. Progesterone, what is the role? Progesterone will now support energy. Progesterone support your pregnancy. It protects your pregnancy from miscarriage. That is why a lot of women have miscarriages. If you have low progesterone, you are not going to be having excess miscarriage. So progesterone will be supporting the baby until after 3 months, the baby will start producing their own progesterone. So another one that is important again is what is called high prolactin. Prolactin, that is one thing I find that many people that are following me, they have this problem. They have hyperprolactin. So the prolactin, the breast milk, if you notice yourself, once you become pregnant, you're even immediately you become pregnant. That is, the egg fertilize and attach itself in the uterus wall. Uterus wall, you will notice your nipples. First of all, if you have not given birth before, immediately you become pregnant. When you look at your nipples will be dark, more dark, and it will be hurting you. Before as the months approaches, you will start having tender breasts. It will be big. Then, do you know what is growing? Your prolactin is growing. It's producing milk for the baby to take. Now, some cases where most of the women are not getting pregnant. One, if you are not pregnant, you are not breastfeeding. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, your prolactin is supposed to be high. Yes, because breast milk is coming out from your breast. And if you are pregnant, of course, it should be more higher because the milk is producing. But if you are not pregnant, you are not breastfeeding, and breast milk is coming out, your prolactin is high, there is a very big problem. That's why I tell some people, and the major causes of this is when you have high your blood sugar level. If your blood sugar level is high, your prolactin is also going to be high. And some people who undergo abortion, some people who do evacuation, some people who have ectopic pregnancy, your prolactin level will still be high because the milk did not find a way to go out. The milk is still there. And so if you are among the people that have high prolactin, I will advise you to always go to an endocrinologist. Sarah, you are here. Go to an endocrinologist. These are specialists who sees to the endocrine condition. They will conduct blood test on you. They will know what is making your blood sugar level to be high. When they find this thing, they will fix it. They will fix the root. The beginning of solving a problem is when you solve the root cause of that problem. Then it will be solved. Some people will say, what can I use to lower it? It's not all about lowering it. When you lower it, have you lowered the thing that is triggering it? You need to find out. You need to find out what is making your prolactin level to be high. Then before you prefer a solution. I have told people several times, if you have a problem, your doctors are there. Some people are running away because they don't want to pay consultation of I don't know how much they charge in Nigeria or anywhere. They don't want to, they're afraid of paying consultation fee. It's always good for you to pay. If you go to your doctor, pay consultation fees, let them educate you. Instead of coming online, you see anybody online, you'll be asking, what can I take to do this? These people, do they know? Do they know what you are suffering from? Always go to your doctor. Follow your doctor's instruction. Stop seeking for help online. If not, you will destroy yourself. Always go to your doctor. If you don't have a consultation fee, wait until you get the consultation fees. Then go to your doctor, explain, open up. And whenever you go to your doctor, for example, some people who have high prolactin, when you go to your doctor may ask you, have you had an abortion before? Some of them will be shy. Some will be afraid. Some will not talk. It's just in Europe here. If you want to undergo any medical, if you want to go any test, they will ask you your history. If from your history, what you told them, that they will start to figure out what is wrong with you. So whenever you go to your doctor, maybe you don't want your partner to know that you have had an abortion before. Okay, you can tell the doctor that you would rather speak to him in private. Explain to the doctor, open up to the doctor. It's only when you open up that the doctor will know. If doctor check your womb, they may not know. If you have had abortion long time ago, they wouldn't know. But if you tell them, they will know. Maybe it's because of uncompleted abortion, or because of some drugs that you use that is causing you PCOS, that is causing you all this problem. They will know how to fix it. So your doctor should be your second God. Open up to them. Tell them your history so that they will know where to start helping you. Hiding your problem will not solve the problem. If you hide your problem to your doctor, you are also adding more harms to your situation. So whenever you go to your doctor, try to open up. So now you see how these 4 hormones can affect your fertility. So hormonal imbalances is another factor that can make a woman not to ovulate by tomorrow. Many people, it's from questions people ask me that I pick a topic. Because somebody was asking me about 20 people. They say, I'm not ovulating. Why am I not ovulating? These are the reasons why you are not ovulating. So the question I'm getting now is signs of ovulation. Which cervical mucus will tell me that I'm ovulating or not. Tomorrow, I am going to, I think I have done the video before, but I think by then I have not gotten more people like this. Tomorrow, I am going to talk about how the signs of ovulations. So if you want to learn this, please see my pen, see my paper. My pen, my paper. If you come here, come with paper. It's from your question that I will know whether you are listening or you are jotting or you are not jotting. Myself, before I talk about anything, this is the topic I treated today. I wrote it down. I picked some points because my brain is not computer. I picked some points. This book is my lecture book. Any day I didn't prepare anything, I cannot come here to teach, or except if I want to answer questions. So anybody that is intelligent always make his or her speech ready so that you will not be talking off point. And these issues that I'm treating here is a very delicate issues. This is something that concerns human life. You don't need to give people fake information. You don't need to misplay. That's why a lot of people run away from this. Because for you to teach these things I am teaching, you must be broad. You must be broad because you don't mislead people. When you do, you are going to face the consequences. So whatever I am teaching here, I make research. I am very conversant of them, and I cannot mislead you whatever I'm teaching you here is just nothing but the truth. The remedies that I always do before I make it public, I might have tested it on some people. Then when I see positive result, I will know that it's working. So if you are coming here, bring your pen. If you don't have pen, tell me, I will buy pen for you. At least I can buy pen and paper and send to you so that you jot when you go. If you learn, you teach others now. I'm not the only person that will be teaching. When you learn, you teach other people. At least when somebody asks what is circle, I'm trying to figure out where I can post my calendar, because I am doing live in two app. I'm streaming in Facebook and TikTok. So if I should hang it, people from TikTok may not be seeing, but I'm looking for a place that I can attach. I will use a calendar to demonstrate how to calculate your cycle. If you really want to get pregnant or you don't want to get pregnant, you can use this calendar, this how to calculate your calendar to know. It seems people are confused about fertile days. I'm also going to make the video to clarify you how you can know your fertile days. A lot of people always wait for ovulation day until they start doing something. No, sometimes you may start waiting for the ovulation day. Your fertile days will go. The ovulation day that you are even waiting for will go. Achieve anything. So the best thing for you to do, if you are 35, start firing it. Fire it, fire cells, fire it. Don't give break. Don't wait for ovulation. Because I have said it before, and it seems I'll be including it in all my videos. Once you finish seeing your menstruation, people with 28-day cycle, I always use 28 because it's the normal and general cycle. If you have 28-day cycle and your period lasts for 4 days, and when you start counting your cycle, you start counting the first day you see bleeding. I know some people, when their period starts, it starts with dirty. Let's say, for example, today, their period will start with some, they will be having discharge some dirty. You don't count that. You start counting from the day the real blood starts coming. Maybe your period lasts for 4 days like this, minus this, 4 days. 4 days, that is when the normal bleeding will stop. Then on the 5th day you see something like dark dirty, the same dirty that you saw from the beginning. So your period lasts 4 days. Now let's say 5 days. On the 6th day, 7th day, 8th day, your body is infertile. You cannot become pregnant. Some people with 38, 35 days, they are not fertile. But people with 28 days, this is risky. It's risky. Your body is becoming fertile. When you enter 11 days, 11 like this, 11. If you know you don't want to have baby, don't make any love that day. Because if you make love and your hormones, everything, your husband's sperm is okay, it will result in 9 months imprisonment. So starting from the 11, your body have become so fertile that anything, bim. And some people always cry. When I make out with my husband, but if I stand up, everything will just pour away. I just laugh. Whenever I read those comments, I just laugh. I laugh. I don't reply to them because because it's just funny. How can everything? Okay, if your husband make away with you and everything pour in, no one will come out. Let me ask you now: is your body a hole? Because as long as I'm concerned, it's only a hole that you can pour water. It will absorb everything. Nothing will come out. How can you not tell me that you make away everything, no single one? Now, when I'm reading it, it makes me to laugh. So you don't. If you are fertile, if your body is okay, the amount of sperm, despite the fact that your husband during ejaculation he releases millions of sperm, What it needs to fertilize the egg is just thinking, just full stop like this. Once it grab the egg, I will show you people the video of how fertilization takes place. Just taken like this, it will magnete. So you don't need a whole sperm. You don't need buckets, cups, drums, tanks of sperm to fertilize your egg, my sister. So don't be afraid. If it's normal for everything to go out, it's normal for some to pour out. It doesn't mean that all of them. Do you know how sperm swim? I think I will start making videos on how sperm run faster. Sperm runs when you use microscope, that is when you see how sperm move. But if you are looking at it, you'll be seeing it as water. But when you use microscope, you will see that sperm runs. That is when you will see, if you use microscope, that is when you will see the motility of the sperm. You will see that some sperm are just working like X and Y chromosome. Y chromosome swim faster. They swim very, very fast, but they die fast. But in the issue of X chromosome, like women now, we always take slow to make something, but they last long. That's why sometimes people who are looking for gender are always advised to make love only on their ovulation day because of the fastness of the Y chromosome, so that Y chromosome will run faster to go and fertilize the egg. So now in your 28-day cycle now, I'm going to teach this for people who are asking me about cycle and period. I'm going to make a video and I'm going to use calendar to make this so that everybody will understand it. So in that 27 days, if you're on the cycle day 11, your body have become so fertile that anything you deposit there is going to be there waiting for you. It's going to be there waiting until the day the egg will be released. Once the egg is released, it's going to capture it. 11, 12, 13. 14th day is the estimated day of ovulation. Now, on the 14th day is the day that you are likely, but not 100% sure, that you are going to ovulate. But according to 28-day cycle, sometimes the egg might not be released on the 14th. It might be released on the 15th. So let's assume that 14th day is the day of your ovulation. Now, on the 15th day, your body is still fertile. You can still get pregnant because the egg have not died. Remember, the egg stays for 24 hours. On the 16th, your body is still there. The egg is still there. So from 18th, 19th, 20th, that is when you will have your fertile days again. So your body is not fertile during this period. So for people who always wait for the ovulation day, and you are 35, I will encourage you to start, at least if you haven't had a baby for the first time. I'm not sure that you are looking for gender. All you want is to become pregnant, right? So why not start early to be putting something there, to be pouring something there so that immediately the sperm is released. I talked about this yesterday. It will see something to be fertilized instead of waiting and you don't know the motility of your husband's sperm. It's better you do it early so that they will sluggishly reach there before the egg will be released. I think I have spoken. Please, if you have any question, but not on the circle. I'm not teaching circle today. Any day I will make the video you ask. If you have any question regarding to what I have said so far, please ask your question before I end. And I want to appreciate everyone who sent star to me. May God Almighty bless you. And Charles, my favorite, I appreciate you. In fact, what you did, I like it, and I respect you for that. My sister Sarah, thank you. My sister Tochiofo, thank you. Doris, I see you. Who else? Who else? Who else? Okay, Sarah. Um, so I appreciate everyone that sends that to me. It's not easy. May God Almighty bless you. God bless you all. I'm waiting for question. If you have question regarding to what I said, not circle. I'm not teaching circle. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about. Yes, there's somebody asked me a question before. I said I am not pregnant, but my cervix is closed. What can I do? What you can do is to visit your doctor. Of course, I cannot be on earth to tell you what you will do. Visit your doctor, follow their. Sometimes, some of us make this mistake. I don't know if it is because of money or something like that. You go to the hospital, doctor will tell you what you will do. You will not do it. You run away and be asking help from online people you don't know. You don't even know that some people sometimes there's some videos I watch, I laugh. I say the women that are trying to conceive, they have suffered. I see some certain things they do. They say take this your fallopian tubes. Somebody that have bilateral fallopian tubes, they will tell you take this, your fallopian tubes will be open. Take this, it will cure cyst, even diamond cyst. I will just be laughing. I say, well, they are giving it out because that is what people like. People like fantasies. They don't like people who tells them the truth. As you mean, this page now, I was talking about something that doesn't make sense. You will see thousands of people watching, but when you try to educate people on what will help them, they don't like it. So if you have problem like this, closed cervix is not a child's play. You know, cervix is a place that the sperm must pass through. So if it is closed, sometimes it can be as a result of infection. So you need to go to your doctor. You need to go for a lab. Let them know what makes your cervix to be closed. If it is something that requires surgery, they will do it. If it is something that requires using any object to open, they will do it. If you tell me now, what will I tell you to do? I should tell you to go and drink ginger and garlic. It will open your cervix. My sister, I don't do that. I don't lie. I don't deceive people who follow and trust me. Just who asked me that question? Who was that? Oh. Please, you know yourself. Just go to your doctor, follow his instruction. I think he will be in the position to do um to tell you the truth. Thank you, ma, for your teaching. My question is, I don't normally see my red unless I test take tablets as if I stop it. Then that's one thing I tell you people who prescribe the medication you are taking. Ijoma, who prescribe the medication. When you have issues like this, the first thing you should do is for you to go to test. You find the blood test, not ultrasound. When I say test, don't no ultrasound is just to take your womb and your vagina, but blood test can dictate those hidden hormones that is frustrating you. So you go to your doctor and conduct a test, and they will know the root cause. Always look for the experts for this. They will know the root cause of this. It's just like somebody who some people, why they face secondary infertility. Do you know why? I always tell people this. If you go to your doctor, I need to ovulate test. The two line shows red, but it was fit. Do you mean to say it is faint, or I don't understand what you are writing? So if your doctor give you um if they give you what do you call it, clomid, you ask them whether you are not ovulating, or even if you go there, they will tell you that you are not ovulating. Please, my sister, ask him, why am I not ovulating? Just ask them, why am I not ovulating? Maybe they will tell you that you have hyperprolactin, or you have low estrogen, or you have a thyroid problem, or you have progesterone problem. Then when they tell you this, they will give you medication, they will treat it, so that once they treat it, it's gone. When you want to become pregnant again, it will not be difficult for you. But if they should force your ovaries to release egg by stimulating you, giving you either Clomid, Ovitrela, or trigger shot to produce, to release egg, now you'll be pregnant, right? The second time now, maybe you want to become pregnant again, which means you have to base all your conception in the doctor. But when they treat the condition that is making you not to ovulate, you see, once you start giving birth, you will start. Yes, if you go for, before you go for hormonal test, first of all, meet your gynecologist, let them give you prescription, then you go for the test. When you finish the test, you take it back to him, he will explain. Because in the lab, there are some people send me their lab results. No, in the lab they cannot. I think they are prohibited from explaining the results for you. So the best thing, meet your doctor. If you go without telling your doctor is not going to explain it. In fact, they are angry. They will always ask you who prescribed this test for you. But when you meet them, you tell them that you want to conceive, that look at what you are seeing, that you think that you are not ovulating, that can he prescribe a test, hormonal test, that you want to do hormonal test, like the hormones that I mentioned. You can ask him to prescribe it. You go for the test. When the result come out, you take it to him. You take it to him. When you take it to him, he will look at it and he will prescribe medication. Like I said before, always make your doctor your best friend, because they can never deceive you. Although sometimes they will not explain to you how ovulation works, because if you know, you will not patronize them, but then they will never deceive you. And the person that wrote about ovulation test, I didn't understand your question, but let me explain how the ovulation test work. Now, if you have 28 days cycle, you start testing on the cycle day 11. So at the beginning of the test, the line will be fainty because the follicles are still developing. But when you do on the 11, 12, it will be a bit clear. Then 13, it will be clear. On the 14th, you will see it. On the 13th, for people who ovulate actually on the 14th, it will be clear. Now, when you see the two lines positive, the ovulation have not taken place, because that test is dictate what is called LH surge. So it dictates that the egg has grown, is about to be released. So it doesn't mean that when you see if you see the two lines today, depending when you conduct the test and when you are likely going to ovulate, if you do it today, you are likely going to ovulate within 12 to 48 hours of the period to the time you conducted the test. So if you are ovulating on the 48 hours, which means if you see it today, you are going to be ovulating the following day. So it depends. But what I'm trying to point out here is that some people, once they see the ovulation test positive, they will stop baby dancing. No, that is even when you need to continue. You do today, do tomorrow, do the next day, and the last day you stop and wait for the result. And somebody asked me, can we still baby dance after ovulation? Well, my advice and the method that I always use, immediately I ovulate and I finish everything, I don't do anything again. I wait until I see the result, because sometimes, especially women, when you get orgasm, when making love, if you get orgasm, your body may vibrate, it may distract the egg. Remember, the egg is still traveling to your fallopian tube to implant. The egg have not implanted, but if you continue making it, you may distract the egg on the way. I have high prolactin, but not lactin, which I have taken drug. I have high LGN fish. I was told by gynecologist it could be managed. Then I do see ovulation mucus, but not getting pregnant. What will I do? You see, mucus, cervical mucus is not ovulation mucus. I have said it before. Cervical mucus plays two roles. One, it teaches you when you are approaching your fertile days, and also it helps sperm to swim faster. So cervical mucus is not ovulation. So the only thing that can help you to know if you are ovulating is when you use OPK, that is ovulation prediction kits. That is the only thing that can help you. Yes, it could be managed. It could be managed, but you also need to go back to your doctor. Let him continue watching you until everything becomes normal. I'm tired today. So tomorrow, if you want to know, for people who are asking me what is the sign of ovulation, tomorrow I am going to be talking about signs, those things that by the grace of God, if I have strength again, I'm going to be talking about signs of ovulations, those things that will tell you that you are ovulating, those things that will show you that your body is releasing egg. So by the special grace of God, pray for me that God should give me strength again to come here. And if you are learning, please also practice it. Teach others. Teach people around you. People who started following me early, by now, I believe you people will be teaching others. Teach others. Let's help one another. A lot of women need this. Please share. Share. If I go and see that at least I had about 20 people watching, if I see that you guys did not share this video, I will not be happy. Please share. Share will not remove anything. It will not remove your Facebook page. The reason of sharing is to inform other people so that they will come and learn. Trust me, many people need this information. The reason why some people, especially in Africa, I use Africa because here, once you come here, automatically you have a gyno that will be taking care of you. But do you know why some people in Africa, they hardly conceive? It's not as if their problem is too much. It's just that before, when they have problem, they don't even know where to go to. They don't know where to start. That is the most big problem that they face. When they have problem, for example, if you tell somebody they have this, they don't know where to start. They don't even know if they are ovulating. They don't even know the root cause of. When you tell people they are to go to hospital, and they are always afraid, maybe because of the price or the way they are being treated. I don't blame them, but that is why I also opened this page to help people. So thank you so much. Share, send us star. Even people that will watch later, you can support this program. You can sometimes, anytime I don't have time, I may be inviting many doctors. They will come here and be teaching you, and I will tell them the way they should teach. They will bring down their grammar, so that I'm doing this so that a lay person can also understand what I'm teaching. So support this ministry by sending your star, sharing, follow the page. If you are watching me from TikTok, please go and follow me to Tochi's channel on Facebook. You will watch a lot of videos there. I've made a video. If you see, I don't always post on TikTok because I'm only one person. Thank God that I even find the opportunity of connecting these two phones now that I'm live. So Sarah, my sister, thank you. Eno Charles, thank you. Tochi Ofo, thank you. Everybody, I appreciate you all. Tomorrow, same time, you guys are going to be managing me, because if I finish this thing, I'm going to pick my children. Once they come home, I cannot do anything again. So now that the the house is quiet, I said, let me use this opportunity. I know that people are working, so when they are done, they can watch the program. If you haven't support this ministry, support not only me. We help a lot of women. We help people who don't have money to go to hospital. We buy drugs. I'm not the type of person, when I do something, I start saying it. But if you are supporting those people too. Somebody wrote something, my account person send star to you. Yes, now, is it not what I'm saying here? Shower me with star, not be ordinary star, the star with money. Like, if you can see here, I don't know, Sarah, see, if you are there, can you teach them how to send? I think the amount is stipulated here. You can send star of 75, you can send star of 200, you can send, if you want me to pin your comment, you can send star of 200, then I will pick. But I don't actually know how the star work or the what of the star. I don't know. So this is my first time of using it on Facebook. Yes, two lines. When the two lines of your ovulation piece, when the two lines of your ovulation shows positive, the first one is control line and the other one is test line. When the control line and the test line is positive, it means positive. That is when they are clear. When you can see, Sarah, please teach them how to send this star. This star, you just click on the star button. I'm using my phone, I cannot use it. You will see where they write send star. In this live, you will see where they write send star. So when you click there, it will bring you the amount. Don't send the one of free. If you send free, there is nothing there. You select the amount that you can send and send it. So when the two lines, one is test line, the other one is control line. That is, I'm talking about ovulation kit now. When the control line and the test line is of the same color, it means positive. Sometimes the control line or the test line may be darker than the test line, whichever is still positive. So when you see it positive today, either you are going to ovulate in the evening or maybe the following day, depending, but you have between 12 to 48 hours to ovulate. So I think I'll spend about 1 hour here. Thank you so much. Remember to send your star and God will bless you. Bye bye. I love you all. You people are my best friend. I love everybody, both in TikTok and Facebook and on YouTube. Very soon I'm going to also include YouTube. I think is what I'm going to be doing, which means I'm going to be streaming with 3 phones. I'm going to be also putting my YouTube here so that it will make it easy. So tomorrow, as you are coming, come like this, paper, pen, because we are going to treat a very important topic tomorrow, signs of ovulation. For people, for example, somebody asked me, I see mucus, cervical mucus. Some people think that cervical mucus is ovulation. No. So tomorrow we are going to be talking about signs of ovulation. If you want to learn this, tomorrow, 12 o'clock Central Europe, I think maybe 11 o'clock Nigerian or African time. So invite your friends, and maybe next tomorrow I will reflect about ovulation. So which one do you people want me to talk about first? I think maybe I should talk about ovulations first before the signs of ovulation. Let's vote. I'm going to post it this evening. I'm going to post the vote. Do you want us to talk about signs of ovulation or ovulation so that people will understand, or you want us to talk about signs of ovulation? I'm going to put a vote this evening. If you know the one you want me to talk about, then you choose. Whichever group that win, we'll talk about it. So I love you all. Have a nice day ahead, and may God Almighty bless and give each and every one of you whatever it is that is you desire, which is a child. God will definitely give you that child as long as you find Tochi's channel. Tochi, I am a divine child. Yes, I think God created me for this work. And I discovered that whenever we pray, whenever we do our prayers, babies runs here. And I've been dreaming, God has been telling me, go and pray. Bring my people to me. But I'm looking at my strength. If you have not participated in our prayer, whenever we do it. People who have been participating and you are not getting pregnant, I will tell you what to do. You need to do extraordinary things. So, until then, I love you all. I pray that God Almighty, in His infinite mercy, should bless, grant all, according to His word. In the book of Matthew 7, verse 7, He said we should ask and it shall be given to us. We should knock and the door will be opened. And we should seek and the door will be, we should find. He said, call upon me in the days of your trials and I will answer you. Lord, I commit all my sisters here, even those at their working place that will watch this video later. Lord, you know our heart desires. You said in the book of Jeremiah that before we were born, you know us, you call us by name. You said before we even open our mouth and ask for anything that you know. King of glory, I call upon you at this midday to bless whatever it is, whichever obstacle, whichever hormonal imbalances, whichever spiritual challenges, anything that is preventing any of my sisters or any man, whoever that is standing for somebody here from conceiving. You are the God of impossibility. You said there is nothing impossible for you to do. And these gifts are from you. Lord, I call you to bless every womb that is here and those that will watch this video later. Lord, touch your hands of healing. Any tubes that have been blocked, there is nothing for you, just for you to speak a word. It will just come to pass. Father, I want you to speak to any womb, speak to any blocked tubes, speak to any fibroid, speak to any endometriosis, speak to any cyst, speak to any hyperprolactin, speak to any ovarian failures. Lord, so that your children will conceive and your name will be glorified again. All this will ask and believe you will do it. May your name be highly exalted. In Jesus' name. So, tomorrow we will see again.